Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Around the Table GTA. Today we are going to be talking about time. We've had an episode about time in the past, but this is maybe slightly different. I don't know. I've been visiting some older episodes and I'm going to continue doing that, but the message for this episode is pretty simple and it's just about using our best resource, our only resource, the only resource that we don't have an infinite amount of, which is time. We need to figure out what we want to do and start doing it, right? Um, Recently, I've been trying to do things faster. Why? Because when you do things faster, you could progress faster, you could learn faster, you could make mistakes faster, and develop a lot quicker and sooner. I've been putting a lot of stuff off in the past and currently, and I've noticed the window of opportunity dropping. Recently, you've noticed that I've been dropping different types of videos. Like last last weekend, actually 8 days ago, because I'm recording this on a Monday morning, I went to a festival, and I'm gonna be posting more non-podcast related videos because just to get more views as well as just to give you guys a break and also to see a glimpse of my life, right? But I dropped an episode on doing unpacking. I was streaming, right? And I dropped that maybe 24 hours after the thing that I was revealing dropped, right? So when I went to go look online, there's a lot of things with the same content having 1,000 plus views, maybe 5,000 views and everything. And I missed the window to get a lot more views and more traffic into my channel because I chose to sleep after recording the video and not uploading it right away, right? So sometimes we have a small window of opportunity and we don't really realize it. There's different parts and things in our life where we actually have a larger window of opportunity, but we don't notice it until things change or things fade, right? Whether you get sick or you break a muscle. Like I think I've been telling you guys about like my rotator cuff issue, and I've been working out. I've been doing my therapy exercises to get it better, right? And realistically, if I jumped on top of that sooner, it would have made my shoulder better, right? But you know, it's a learning experience. Do I still deal with the problem now? Yes, but it's not as intense and I know what kind of triggers it now. So I've been on the path of getting that fixed, getting that reconciled so that I could freely move and do more things. Like, luckily, through basketball, we actually won, and the whole season, basically half a year this year, I didn't have any pain and I didn't have to deal with it. So I know that certain exercises trigger it, etc., etc. Right? But knowing the consequences or knowing the circumstances of certain things can help you make decisions better, right? Knowing how much time you have, even getting a little bit more information on your situation can really help you escalate and push forward, right? We need to be forward thinking. And as much as things kind of suck, at the end of the day, it kind of sucks for everybody, right? It's just different layers or variations of sucking or not sucking, right? Just life has its ups and downs basically, and we have to figure that out. Like recently I've been getting sick. I wasn't sick for a year, right? I had no illness, whatever. And tomorrow when I wake up, it's going to be the first time I'm taking medicine in like 3 years because I've been really clean on the things that go into my body outside of fast food. And I guess that's helped develop my immune system, right? But at the same time, me trying to naturally fight off everything, sometimes your body does need the assistance, right? And it's better for you to get a bit of assistance and feel better sooner at times if you can't sacrifice it, right? Like, I had 4 days off of work because I was sick. And did I beat that sickness? Yes. But then I got sick because the air conditioning was on when I sleep. I'm a person, I don't really like the cold. So if I'm cold in the summer, I can get sick. So like I've had a little bit of annoying chest cough, right? And I'm like, you know what? I could do this natural stuff, right? But now I know that if I do use medicine, it's gonna be super potent, right? Because I don't use medicine all the time, right? So being active and knowing yourself, knowing your body, knowing your situations, even when it comes to like temptation, or and temptation comes in different ways, right? I'm not just talking about cravings and stuff, but I'm talking about procrastination or thinking about doing something later, right? Recently I've done like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow a couple of times, and it hasn't really costed me much, right? But at the same time, it's an extra layer of time wasted for what? Just because it might mildly inconvenience me. Sometimes when you mildly inconvenience yourself, you're really actually freeing up a lot of time. And you don't notice it until you start having the principle or the mindset of just getting it done initially. So it's something that we have to learn, something that we practice, and it'll push you to get into a better situation, right? I've been dealing with certain stuff like that where sometimes you make a decision a couple years ago and then it comes back to kind of bite you. Like recently, or it's not too recent, but like when I got a new phone, I got the cheaper version because I wanted to save money. And it's not that I couldn't afford the better version of the phone. I just decided to get the cheap version of the phone so I could keep more money because I was saving for my car and I didn't want to spend an extra like $600 for the premium version, right? Or the regular version, and the premium version would be like an extra $400, right? So it's like, okay, let me save all of this, but it's kind of bitten me in the butt right now because I ran out of space while at the concert, so I kept having to go back and delete videos, and it kind of sucked because I was missing live sets, just cutting through things that shouldn't even be on my phone, or I wouldn't even say shouldn't be on my phone, but it's just like I don't even remember this. And on my old phone I have like maybe 5 years worth of different things that's happened, whether it's pictures, whether it's videos, whether it's clips, whether it's like a resume or something, word files. And I still have space. I think I still have space on that old phone. I have that phone, but it's not in the greatest shape, right? So that's why I don't use it. But this phone, I think I've only had it for a year, and it's like, what the hell? It's been a year, and I barely could keep stuff. Like, I have USB sticks that have more space than my current phone, right? So it's something that you have to kind of think about too, right? Like I've grown with not having much, right? So I know how to use something until it's like completely worn. And then also I do have family members who are very budget in the sense where it's just like, it's not really going to kill you to spend an extra dollar, right? But sometimes it will, right? And having the discipline to save more, or just do a little bit less or spend a little bit less, it goes a long way, right? I think I wouldn't have been able to get my car sooner if I didn't start to implement that mindset, right? And time is the only accessory that we don't have infinite amount of time, right? We don't know when our time will be up, right? So don't delay, right? Anything that you could do now, do it. Think about the things that you have to sacrifice now. Is it worth it? Then work through it, right? how much sleep do you really need, right? I'm doing an episode. It's freaking 4 a.m., right? But the reason why I'm doing this episode is because when I wanted to do an episode earlier on the weekend, the block decided to have a block party, blasting music from 12 to whatever time in the fucking night. So if I was doing the episode, you guys would just hear random music, and I don't know how to cut that out, right? I don't have soundproofing at my place, and it's not worth it. Plus, I know I'm a little bit more active at night, so I know that things will flow a little bit better. But at the same time, it was wasted time for, or it was time set aside for the podcast, which ended up becoming wasted because of the scenario, right? But now that I'm thinking about it while I'm doing this episode, I could have definitely hit up the library, or went somewhere else because I'm a lot more mobile. I could even did an I could have even did a car episode, just trying out a new area, a new scenario, right? There was a lot that I could have done, right? But also being under the weather, sick, not always 100% thinking straight, right? But um, the main point of this other short episode, I don't know, like people haven't been checking out the shorter episodes. That's what people usually tend to flock to. And now, like, the last episode got 3 views, but it's okay. Everything will add up eventually. So thank you guys for checking out everything, and continue to check more episodes out. We're gonna have more stuff, but don't delay it, right? Because sometimes I have an idea and I should just get up, grab my computer, and start doing it, or write it down. But I haven't been writing down stuff, and the episode idea fades into the abyss that is my mind at times, right? So at the end of the day, it's July. We're halfway through the year. There's so much more that we could do. There's so much more that we're hoping to do, right? Like, one of my viewers is on a vacation. Another one of my friends just came back from a huge vacation. Good things, bad things happen. Obviously, like, you could plan something, but it might not always go in your favor, right? But just to leave you guys with a nugget, because I was checking out something and I thought I would share. And it's more of the reason why this episode came across, where I was watching something and it was talking about having your goals set, but every day you should have three non-negotiable goals that you are going to achieve, right? So no matter what you do, you get up, write three things down, put it in your phone, let someone know. If you have a person who helps you stay responsible, or like a secretary, write those three things down and make sure you get it done. And doing this practice will help build your confidence. It'll help build your um, train of thought when it comes to completing stuff, and it'll help you build resilience so that you can become a better version of yourself. So at the end of the day, guys, don't delay. If you have an idea, start on it. Maybe hit the snooze button once, maybe say tomorrow once, but don't make it a habit. Everything that you do is a habit. Everything that happens to you, you have a part to do with it. So do what you can to make everything have better odds for yourself. Like for me, recently I've been missing the gym. So what I've been doing, after the gym, I also go play some basketball while it's hot. I do an extra 100 shots to get my gameplay better for next season in basketball, but as well as getting extra cardio, because I know that sometimes I go for a cheat meal right after work, and there goes all my gains, right? And it's funny, I've been checking out older episodes, and I literally called myself out like 3 or 4 years ago in one of my episodes, right? So it's funny how you could always learn from yourself, whether it's past, future, present. So hopefully you guys enjoy this episode. There's gonna be a lot of random content on the podcast for for the next, maybe for the next month, but hopefully you guys do enjoy the experiences that I have. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I'm trying to see if, like, if I say subscribe, the button's gonna light up like I've seen in certain episodes, but that would be awesome. I gotta recheck this episode and see if it actually does work. And yeah, I'm gonna be checking out older episodes, and let me know what you guys want to hear. What do you guys want me to talk about? What would you like to hear being discussed, right? I've been lining up a bunch of podcast episodes as well. I've been practicing with a lot of driving, so I will be going around the GTA. I've been hitting up people I haven't heard from in a while who always have been interested. Thank you guys for volunteering. And hopefully by the end of this week or by the next episode, my chest cold will be gone and I'll give you guys more of a heads up. There also might be a boat cruise episode because I'm going to be on a boat cruise. Probably no podcast, but maybe some videos or whatever. But hopefully, I am feeling better. And yeah, so I'll catch you guys on the next episode. And let me know. Hit me up. Also, if you don't see me online, I'm going to be primarily using the podcast IG. Still gonna be experimenting with clips, so if you guys see those, share it, and hopefully we get more traction. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.